So today we're going to talk about SwissTony. This guy has been printing money on Polymarket, and this guy has made some seriously impressive trades. He's made over 150,000 prediction, and some of these individual positions are absolutely massive. But here's the thing, is this actually a strategy that anyone can consistently copy? Because at the end of the day, SwissTony still has to be right about the markets he's trading. So I wanted to take a look at what he's doing, and then I'll show you what I use when I don't want to reply purely on predictions. So I wanted to look at what he's doing, and then I'll show you what I use when I don't want to rely purely on predictions. So let's look at some of these trades. You can see he's trading a huge number of markets, sports, different events, all kinds of stuff. And some of these trades have done extremely well for him. Here's the one that's like significantly up. Here's another one. But then you can also see some positions that aren't really working out for him. So don't get me wrong, all this is quite impressive, but there's a lot of skill, timing, and basically luck involved. And because if you're taking a directional position, you still have to predict which way the market is going to move. And this is the problem with trying to copy a wallet like this. You can see what they bought, but you don't necessarily know why they bought it. You don't know what information they had at that time, and you don't really know whether they got a better entry than you. And you definitely don't know if the next trade is going to be another winner. So personally, I'm less interested in trying to guess the next market that someone like SwissTony is going to win. I'd rather look for something where I don't have to predict the outcome in the first place. And this is where Predictify comes in. Predictify has a arbitrage terminal that lets you scan prediction markets for price differences. So instead of asking who do I think is going to win, I'm looking for situations where the pricing across markets doesn't quite really line up. And that's a completely different way of approaching prediction markets. You're not really trying to be the world's best predictor. You're really looking for discrepancy in the market. So this is basically the prediction market arbitrage terminal within Predictify. You can see like the opportunities showing up here, and the whole point is that I don't really have to manually open hundreds of markets and compare prices myself. I can just scan through this opportunity here and then investigate the ones that actually look interesting. And this is important. I don't just look at the percentage and immediately trade. I still check the market. I still check the outcome that actually matches. I check the liquidity, and I check the fees. Because a number on a scanner doesn't really automatically mean guaranteed profit. But the big difference is with someone like SwissTony, you're watching someone make directional bets. They might be incredibly good at it, they might have an edge, but they might also get some things wrong. With arbitrage, the goal is completely different. You're looking for a situation where the pricing itself creates opportunity. So instead of I think this team is going to win, it's more like these prices don't really make sense relative to each other. And that's the type of setup I'm personally more interested in and more comfortable in. Predictify offers a lot of time saving mechanics. It helps me hunt through prediction markets all day without manually going through all the prediction market. I can open the arbitrage terminal, see what's interesting, then decide which opportunities are actually worth investigating. It's basically turning a really tedious research process into something I can really scan through much faster. SwissTony's results are, of course, obviously impressive, but if you're not confident in your ability to predict hundreds of markets, there is always another approach to prediction markets. So instead of trying to be the next SwissTony, you can look for pricing inefficiency and arbitrage opportunities. I'll leave Predictify linked below. That's what I use to find these opportunities easily. And if you're interested in prediction market arbitrage, it's definitely worth checking out. I think that's it. I'll see you in the next one.